Can anyone point me in the right direction? I'm highly pregnant with a high-risk pregnancy and facing homelessness for my entire family by the end of this week. Evicted without grounds. I don't know what to do. Every service I've called in the past 6 weeks has let me down. I seriously don't know what to do. I'm very high priority on the debt of housing list, but they seriously have nothing. Please, if someone just had a property I can put a tent on for now, that would be amazing.
Hi, how you going? Yeah, so unfortunately, we've already had 10,000 applications for this one in about an hour, and someone's already put down a $50,000 bond payment, and someone's offered to buy the house cash down, so we might not even be renting it at this point. Yeah, so if you come through, this is a studio apartment. As you can see, it's already been fully furnished, but because it's in Paddington, it'll be about $3,000 a week. Also, no roommates allowed. What do you do for work? Oh, you're an engineer? Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. So this is technically a garage, and there is no toilet for this one, but the owner is willing to supply dog waste bags for an extra $500 a week.
This image pretty much sums up the rental crisis in Australia right now. Check this out. So this is a rental property in North Ryde that's listed for 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1 car park. It's listed for rent. And you can see down below here that the rental price actually started at $680 a week. That was 5 days ago before this photo was taken, right? Now, when this photo was taken, the rental price is actually increased to $850 a week. Now that is an increase of $170 in 5 days. How is this allowed? The owners are pretty much milking the market right now and trying to get as much money out of their rentals because they know that there's a shortage of properties out there. This shouldn't happen and this shouldn't be allowed. The fact that it's even like live on realestate.com.au is crazy. Crazy. Follow me for more.
Hey there, so I reckon I've figured out at least a partial solution to the housing crisis. It's based on one of the causes of the housing crisis, which is NIMBYs. So if you're not familiar, NIMBY stands for Not in My Backyard, and this refers to someone who doesn't want developments of things like apartment blocks happening near where they live. They might be happy with these things in principle in other places, but they don't want them happening near where they are. But here's the problem. This term, NIMBY, is meant to be a derogatory term. The people who use it are trying to discourage this behaviour. So it's meant to sound bad. It's meant to make people not want to be one of these. The trouble is, NIMBY sounds cute as hell. NIMBY sounds like a cute, nice thing to be. It sounds like a beautiful little marsupial or something. So I think we need a new acronym, and I've come up with one, and it's based on the negative things that people say about NIMBYs. They say they're selfish, and they say they're stubborn, right? So I think it should be is selfish, is stubborn, and the acronym would be ISIS. The new acronym, ISIS, would discourage the kind of behaviour that people associate with NIMBYism, because when people see it, they'd be like, oh, I don't want to be an ISIS. So if they saw this headline, negative gearing isn't the problem, it's ISIS like me, people would read that, they'd be like, oh God, whatever that guy's doing, being ISIS, I don't want to be part of ISIS because I don't like ISIS. And if you're thinking, Tom, that's too crazy a comparison, that doesn't make any sense, think about it, they're not so different. ISIS and NIMBYs both seem to really hate big buildings with lots of people in them.
Australian housing affordability is so low, people earning 100k can only afford 13% of properties currently on the market. Australia's median household income is $105,000, and according to PropTrack's latest affordability report, the portion of the market that's now within those households' price bracket is the lowest it's been since their records for this data began in 1995. 3 years ago, households on the median income could afford 40% of properties on the market. And by afford, they mean the household can put down a 20% deposit on a home and does not need to spend more than 25% of their income on mortgage repayments thereafter. In some states, it's even worse. In New South Wales, a median income household can only afford 7% of properties. Victoria is second worst at 9%, and the third least affordable is Tasmania, which in 2019 was ranked as one of the most affordable states. But since then, house prices have risen by more than 50% in Hobart and more than 70% in regional Tasmania. South Australia and the ACT came in fourth with 13% of median income households being able to afford a property. Queensland was 16%, WA 22%, and the Northern Territory was the most affordable at 46%. The report also noted that the mortgage repayment share of people's income has also gone up, but obviously so has the time it takes to save for a deposit. And again, this is for households earning the median income, which is pretty few people under the age of 35.